YouTube, how are you doing? And welcome back to Phasmophobia. They changed a lot of things in the last huge update. One of the things being that the paramic is now actually good. I've been starting with the paramic, and it has actually helped me quite a few times to locate the ghost room because they've changed a few things and they've added something really cool to the paramic as well. I want to show you all about the paramic in this video. We're just gonna go around and I'm gonna tell you all about the new stuff. It's really cool. Definitely recommend trying at least the paramic. It's not like it's just become the next new thing you need to use to find the ghost room, but it definitely has its uses now, whereas before it was absolutely pointless in my opinion. Now it actually has a purpose. So I hope you join me. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike, dislike. But let's not waste any more time and let's hop into Willow Street House. Alrighty, now we're doing this on Willow. You would think that on a large map it might be more useful, and it definitely could be more useful on a large map, but it doesn't. I don't need a large map to show you why it is more useful in general, because the reason why it is more useful, first of all, they have changed some things. They have made two new sounds that are unique to the paramic, one of which is added to the game, and the other one is removed from normal hearing. Footsteps are now impossible to be heard by the naked eye and can only be picked up by the paramic. One of the very first important things right there, when you open the door or close a door or whatever, you can make noises yourself that can get picked up by the paramic. It is very important not to bait yourself. That is one of the things that might that can put you on the wrong track, which you should try to avoid. Also, that's a nice boner. Let's see if we can get a reading, but most of all, so if you start seeing 0.2, and I didn't make a noise, that's very far though. If you start seeing something around 3, that means there's footsteps. Footsteps are now in, you cannot hear them by yourself, which is kind of a nerf to normal hearing, which I think is a bit, so basically the way they buffed paramic is twofold. One, they've removed the ability to hear footsteps, which is a little bit cheesy. To give the paramic purpose, they've removed an ability that you always had. But it's not too bad, because you still have other ways to find the ghost room, so it doesn't really remove that much from the player. And the other thing is really cool. I heard that, and the paramic picked it up as well. I think it's in this room. The other really... Yeah, there you go. The other really cool thing is that they added new noises that can only be picked up by the paramic, which can actually be used to, first of all, identify where the ghost is, and second of all, it's one of the new or the weakness for one of the new ghosts. It is the myling. Weakness, myling more frequently make paranormal noises. Now, if you have heard this, it is scary shit, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot of different paranormal noises. I absolutely love them, so we're gonna be trying to find a couple of those as well and make you and show them to you because they're amazing. Can you give us a sign? So here, first of all, this is basically why I think the paramic is useful now, because kind of before basically, the reason why the paramic has always been useful or useless up till now in my eyes is because all it would do is give you a very short reading of a sound you could already hear anyway. It basically had a very short detection range, which it still had a very short detection ability. It's only detects it for very short. But what is much different now is that the ghost room basically emanates a permanent or like semi-permanent 3 decibels of paranormal sounds that you can pick up with the paramic. A lot of the time, like here, this sound, I can't hear this. This doesn't exist. Here, you can only hear this with the paramic. You hit that footstep? That was because I was holding the paramic. You should, at least in the patch notes, you don't always hear the footsteps, which is, I think there's still a bug with the paramic, but you can actually hear new noises. And look at this. Look how long this is emanating from the ghost room. You can actually find the ghost room now by pointing your paramic at it, and it will actually... That's what I was talking about. That's the paranormal noise. That right there. What the fuck, man? So cool. Isn't it amazing? So yeah, that is exactly what I mean. When you point away, but then when I point it towards the ghost room, you actually get a lot of readings, which is exactly what it needed. The paramic needs consistent usability, not just a support item of normal hearing, because anyone can, I mean, not anyone can hear, but like hearing these noises this is pointless. Like, getting a reading on that was completely pointless, because how I did it before is I hear a sound, and then I go to where I think the noise was, and I go like, I think it was in the other room. I go like, hey, is there EMF here? And then boom, okay, I detected the EMF, I'm good. Here, oh, it's EMF. And that's how you did it before. That's how I did it always. But now you can actually have like an additional way of finding the ghost room. It doesn't take over. That's why I still like to start with both, because ironically, the paramic doesn't really help you locating sounds, which, okay, this is actually kind of weird, but it is what it is, in my opinion. The paramic doesn't help you locating sounds. It only helps you locating sounds you can't hear, which is really stupid, but it is what it is. Because the paramic gives you the ability to hear new noises you can't hear by yourself. Because if you can already hear it by yourself, which is most throwing, door touches, light switches, stuff like that, the paramic doesn't really help you. But if you can't hear it, like footsteps, because they removed that you can hear that, or paranormal noises, it actually helps a lot. I think they also increased the amount of footsteps the ghost does, because I've been seeing oh nice, I've been seeing so many readings that, like, much more than footsteps should happen. So I think they've overall just created, like, the ghost makes a lot more unhearable noises, which you can pick up with the paramic, which obviously makes it more useful to find the ghost room. Now, I have mostly been testing it in normal gameplay. I haven't done many large maps, so I don't know how it works at a long distance yet too well, but I just wanted to basically show you the idea, like, on paper, objectively, what has changed and why is the paramic better now. Because objectively, it's better, and it can actually allow you to do things you can't do without the paramic. Thank you so much, Shanna, for the 10 gift subs. Thank you. So I think that's why it's great, and I've been trying it a lot, have been great fun with it, especially because the paranormal noises are great. We're gonna go get some tools in here and continue listening to the paramic. It's just a really fun item now. I think it's in a good place. I would be really curious to know what you think of the paramic. Do you think it is decent now, or what do you think of? I'm really curious. What do you think of that they removed that you can hear footsteps by yourself, and they've added it to the paramic now? Because I was kind of a long time ago when they were changing the paramic, that was one of the things that I said I wish they would never do, is nerf normal hearing so they can buff the paramic, because I think that is a really stupid way of going about it. It's like forcing the paramic to be useful. But now that it has actually happened, it doesn't necessarily like concern me that much. It's not as much of a problem as I expected it would be, because you can still find the ghost room by hearing pretty easily. So yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support. Cole, thank you for the 1,000 videos. Sorry if I missed something. I'm just really focused on making sure I explain everything I want to explain about the tools. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, if you want to join us over on Twitch, we're live every single day. Pyro Hazard, thank you for those 5 gifts. Oh, that was Ghost Event. It's running away. You see it? It ran away. The air ball. Where are you? Oh, I should turn off the light. Where are you? Are there fingerprints? It definitely touched one of these doors, right? Didn't it? I don't actually know if it did. Can you give us a sign? We had EMF 5, for sure. Where are you? Where are you? Temper Stance, thank you for the 10 gifts. Thank you so much. Where are you? Oh. Are you here? Are you here? She still gets me, man. Still gets me. Okay, Wraith would be dots, which would be really cool to show you some dots as well, and Spirit would be writing. Wait, maybe it is dots. You can't place... I think they have over-nerfed the dots for some reason. You can't place dots on this anymore. Why can't you? You can only place dots on plain ground. Are we gonna see some dots? Paramic. Paramic, we need it. Give us a sign. Threw something right here. Can you show yourself? Can you do something? Can you speak? Can you give me a sign? Oh, it's that model. That's that very rare one. Man, it's so loud. Okay, we're quickly gonna go get ourselves a writing book, because I don't think it is gonna be It's gonna be dots, or we have to wait a little bit more. And I really want to show you another paranormal noise because they're great. There's many of them. Highly recommend just taking a paramic once every quest just to hear some, and especially if you have a myling, because if you have a myling, if you want to see how crazy mylings are, I'll link it in the top right if I remember. I hope I do, and otherwise you can just look it up. Because the myling video, we had so many paranormal noises, it was amazing. It's like really fun. They're scary. There's like a large variety of different noises, which is really cool. I very much enjoy them. The footsteps, yeah, that is one of the things, because they nerfed footsteps, I don't know how you can do the spirit check anymore, because if you followed my channel, for a little while, there's a trick you could do before, where you could listen to the footstep frequency of ghosts, and you could use that to uncover if it was a spirit, yes or no. However, with the change to footsteps, I need to rediscover how that is gonna work, because I actually don't know. I don't think it's too reliable to go off of the footstep frequency with the paramic, because I think it doesn't play all the footsteps through the paramic. Let's step a bit away. Maybe we're gonna see some dots from over here. 0.5. Can you give us a sign? Can you show yourself? Well, I should probably be in here. Is it even here? Are you French? Nice. Can you give me a sign? So that was a foot. Yeah, you actually fully hear them. Like, I think that does it always work? Because then we can actually, yeah, wait, but it is a spirit. Because it's just right, it wrote in the book. 10%, thank you for the 10 gift subs. It wrote in the book, so it's a spirit. So we're not going to see dots, which is all right. The dots does not produce a noise, by the way, on the paramic. Very good to know. What's very important is looking out for these. Touching a light switch makes a noise. Captain Battleship, thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, toggling a light gives a paramic reading, and closing a door gives a 4 as well. So I think light gives up to 2, door gives up to 4. So if you're going through the house, make sure not to confuse your own noises with those of, like, the ghost. That's one of the most important tips I can give you. And in general, some things that people... Flaps, thank you for the 10 gift sub. You guys are going crazy. I'm just jerking off the paramic here, and you guys are going nuts. Backman, thank you. Alrighty. So basically, what you gotta be really careful of is that you don't go... Oh, that was a good one. I love it. That you don't go off of your own noises, but only go off of the ghost noises, because that actually throws you off a lot. And another thing that people always know, or that people that use the paramic always say, is... Like, literally every time I shat on the paramic before, there would always be at least 1, 2, 3 people in the comments that would say, you're using it wrong. The paramic is supposed to be used by very slow sweeping of the house, because it picks up the noises so slowly. And if you go too fast, then it's useless. And, I mean, first of all, that is one of the major things that I still don't like about the paramic, that it is so... Like, that you can, let's say that there's a noise in there. Let's get a 0. Give me a 0. And then I do this. And then I pick up the 3 from the ghost room. So, basically the way it works, which I think is kind of terrible, the way I think it should work is that once it updates the paramic, so once it ticks, it should look in front of it and show you the noise that it picks up in front of you. But that's not how the paramic works. How the paramic works is that if you move past any noise in between ticks, it will then show you the noise after it updates. It updates the way you can see the updates is by turning it off and on. If you're an EU person or a country that uses the comma for decimal symbols, you can actually see how fast the paramic updates by toggling it off and on, because initially it will say the dot right there, but then when it updates, it will change it into a comma because it localizes the paramic, which is kind of a bug probably, but it is a way you can tell how fast it updates. You see how slow it updates? See how long there is between updates? It's kind of nuts. So, if it picks up any noise in between that, like, sound, it will show you that at the end, which is just really confusing, because by that time you're not even pointing at the ghost room anymore, like this, then it gives you a false reading in a false direction, and then people go, yeah, well, you're moving too quickly. Yeah, well, maybe just shit paramic. So I like the paramic changes, and I think we're moving in the right direction. But I think one of the major detractors from the paramic right now is that when it updates, it shows you just completely nonsense noises. Because when you move past something, it'll update it only after the 1.5 or 2 seconds are over, which I think is just kind of badly designed. I don't feel like that should be how the paramic works, in my opinion. Let me know what you think of that. I think overall, great changes. Very cool that you can now actually use the paramic and not just feel like someone who's trying to be different. Because first of all, it picks up really cool noises, and second of all, it actually allows you to hear things you can't hear by yourself. So yeah, that is pretty much all my opinions on the paramic. I think it's a great change overall. I don't necessarily think it's too much of an issue that we can't hear footsteps without the paramic anymore, because there's enough other noises. But let me know if that has impacted your ability to play, because I don't hear the footsteps. Like, I'm trying to detect it, because it is a spirit, which I don't know if they just removed this hidden ability of the spirit or not, because that's interesting. Like, I don't hear footsteps that often, but I still get 3s on the paramic. So, what does this 3 mean? Is this like a hidden noise, or do they just not display all the footstep noises? I'd have to be, like, do a bit more testing to figure out whether you can still detect the spirit. I think that's beyond the scope of this video. No, the dots does not give noise. You see the 0? The dots does not produce a noise, but I can turn it off. Ooh, hey there. Let me actually... Did I already take the ghost? I did. See this one? Have you seen that one before? Does that give... Oh, fuck. I didn't... 16? What was the 16 there? Was that an item falling on the ground? Interesting. Well, let's finish this quest properly. We gotta do... Is hunting? No. I love the fact that you sometimes can't tell, really, if it's hunting, yes or no. Yeah, I mean, you can still tell by pressing the spacebar, or whatever your global comm is. Mine is on spacebar. I think that's a nice keybind. What do we gotta do? We need salt. Alright, salt it is. This it is. And we might as well just bring another pair. No. Oh yeah, we might as well bring a crucifix, because they're really cool if they get used. Yeah, I think overall pretty nice. I think it's the most useful scenario is just looking for those 3. Looking for those 3 decibel values, because those are the footsteps that are emanating from the ghost room, which are what make the paramic pretty decent in my opinion right now. It's actually a proper detection tool rather than just being like a kind of a meme. It has lost its meme status, which is pretty nice. Give me a sign. Show yourself. Do something. Give us a sign. Show yourself, do something, give us a sign. If it hunts now, it's probably near the entrance of this, which means that I'm going to die if I run that way. 0.2.5. Is it what it's picking up a lot now? It's kind of strange. Is that because it's further away footsteps? Maybe because it's here. Don't tell me that's actually what it was. Because that will be so useful, and then I like the paramic even more, which would be kind of... Oh, that's... Salt footsteps. Whoa, he's like sprinting, what the heck? Oops. Wait, I didn't take the photo of the board, did I? Oops. Let's take that. We don't need the ghost photo necessarily. Alrighty, well, adieu, my ghost. You've been a great guest. Oh. It's very high noise. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hello? Give me a sign. Talk to me. Talk to me, baby. Can you speak? And also, one thing that I haven't even said yet, but what is honestly one of the main things why it is more useful now, is that it doesn't take up, like, literally half your screen anymore. You can actually kind of, it's still, like, fuzzy through it, but you can actually orientate yourself looking through the paramic. They solved, like, one of the major issues before, where you would literally be, like, nerfing your vision on top of it being pretty much pointless. But that's no longer the case, because you can actually, like, look at this. You can easily see that that's a door. You might not be able to see that that's, like, exact details, but that's not required for you to navigate yourself. So, I think that's another great thing. So, overall, my verdict on the... Oh, you can also kind of tell that the hunt ends because it turns off all the lights after the hunt. That's kind of a way you can tell, but you can't turn on a light. Or another way, if you don't want to use spacebar, which is a little bit cheesy, another way you can tell if a hunt is going on is if you can turn on a light. Because if you can't turn on a light, you can't turn on any lights during a hunt. So if the light option doesn't work for you, like if you can't turn it on, then you know that there's a hunt going on. So that's another way you can tell, just little details. But yeah, overall, verdict on the paramic is that it's actually, like, a good tool with, like, a use case now. Especially on large maps, I can see it being more useful. I don't think they... Okay. Oh, nice. DK has actually confirmed 2 things here. Okay, nice. I'm very glad I can include that in the video. Because I asked a question to DK. 2 things. First thing, the spirit extra footsteps have been removed, apparently. So that is no longer a thing, which I think is a shame, because it was actually really cool. Especially now, given that you have to use the paramic, I feel like it would be kind of, like, really fun if it was still a thing. So I'm sad that that's removed. It was a really cool trick. We played with it for a little bit. Sadly, it's gone now if you want to watch how it used to be. Again, I made videos on that. And then the second thing is that the range and width is still the same. So in terms of, like, usability on large maps hasn't changed necessarily. I think it's honestly almost better. I don't know. I just haven't used it on large maps enough. I can't really say. So the range is still pretty big. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it's fairly large. It's less than you can hear. It's closer to you than you can hear noises from further away than the paramic. But I just like, it's interesting that there's now new noises that the paramic can pick up. So yeah, overall, pretty good tool. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you tried it out. Highly recommend at least doing or giving it a shot. We're gonna go call this one. And yeah, that was it for the paramic. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you liked the video, like it. If you disliked it, dislike it. And if you want to join the lovely games here in chat, you can join us over at twitch.tv/Ensign every single day at 7 p.m. Central European Time. Thank you very much for watching. That was a Spirit 5 Ghost Events, 1 Hunt. 46 interactions. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, guys. Love you. Love you. Nice.